Hey guys, I have a confession to make. I love The Simpsons. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now usually in this channel we talk smack about really bad ideas, and generally those ideas are quite depressing, so sometimes, it's not a cheery feeling around this channel. But every now and then we come across an idea that is so bad that critiquing it is actually entertainment for me. I think it's funny. So if you're unsure what I'm talking about, if you follow the BBC or the CNN, and if you don't follow those sources, it's probably because you're smart. But I follow them because I'm stupid. So if you follow the BBC or CNN, you've recently seen an article, most likely, about an Indian-American comedian by the name of Hari Kondabolu. And this dude has launched an all-out war against The Simpsons, or particularly one particular character in The Simpsons, the iconic character Apu. In his mind, that character is racist because it plays on negative Indian stereotypes. This guy was also on The Daily Show, and to express his concern, well, The Daily Show with Trevor Noah, some of you guys may have seen it, and he's also been interviewing other Indian comedians or other comedians to get their thoughts on the issue. Now, from what I understand by reading this article, now, first of all, I want to clarify, this is not a personal attack against Hari Kondabolu. I have not seen all of his work. I have seen some of his work, and I don't know a lot about comedy. So this is not me, saying he's a good comedian, bad comedian. This is none of that. So basically, if you read the article, and I will link the BBC article and the CNN article down in the description below, his beef with Apu is because of Apu's accent. Apu has a stereotypical Indian accent, which is part of the joke, but okay, I'll get to my opinions later. And he believes the character plays on negative stereotypes because Apu works in a quickie mart, which is a shop, kind of like the dollar store, and apparently that is a negative stereotype. Apu has 8 kids, which is another negative stereotype, and basically stuff like that. I think one of the Simpsons episodes show that Apu is actually very well qualified, but he still works in that shop because of limited opportunities in India, and he had to come to the States. So all of these things. Because of all of these things, he finds the character to be racist. And this is why I find him to be hilarious. That is a hilarious claim. Apu is not racist. He is just a funny character that we all love. I don't know why these people are trying to wreck comedy. Now, why should you listen to someone like me, okay? I've grown up watching The Simpsons. And unlike Hari Kondabolu, I did not watch The Simpsons from the United States. I watched The Simpsons from actually that part of the world. Granted, I was not in India, but I'm from Bangladesh. I came to the United States in 2014. So I've lived the first 24 years of my life in that part of the world. We watched The Simpsons, we loved The Simpsons, we found it to be funny. Did the TV show play on racial stereotypes? Yes. But they did not single out Indians or anything like that. The groundskeeper Willie plays on very strong Irish stereotypes. Homer Simpson, the main character, he's based on a weird stereotype. There's this B character, a Mexican dude in a B character. That's a stereotype. It's funny. It's a cartoon. When I was watching The Simpsons at my home country with people who look exactly like me, we thought it was funny. We were not offended because it is not offensive. It made us laugh. It spread joy. I cannot believe someone would go out at a TV show like this, and this is the issue. Hari Kondabolu thinks that character plays on negative Indian stereotypes. Here's the thing, the complaints that Hari Kondabolu has, the guy having the stereotypical accent, the guy having 8 kids, making fun of Indians having more kids. I want you guys, if you're watching this video, I want you guys to go on YouTube, and I want you guys to I want you guys to search in YouTube Indian stand-up comedians making fun of Indian population. I want you guys to do that right now and see the whole searches of Indian comedians making fun of the massive population in India. The reason why it's funny is because it's true, and the reason why comedians do it is because everyone can relate to that. And I guess this boils down to one of those issues where Hari Kondabolu is saying, listen, you can't say some things, but people like me can because of the melanin in my skin, and because you don't have the same amount of melanin, you can't say that, and that is bullshit. I am sick and tired of people playing victims to score points. This is just outrageous. And he makes fun of the accent. He says that while he was growing up, kids saw Apu and they would make fun of him because of the accent. This guy is really reaching deep, like scraping at the bottom of the victimhood barrel. Listen, kids make fun of other kids. That's just how it is. I grew up with kids who look exactly like me. I mean, by that, we have the same amount of melanin in our skin. I was made fun of. Everyone was made fun of by other kids while growing up. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying it doesn't make you special. It happens to every one of us. And quit making everything about race, man. Even if you grew up with kids who look exactly like you, even if you grew up with India and grew up in India where every other kid had the same melanin in their skin, they would still make fun of you. Not because there's something wrong with you, but because they're kids. That's what kids do. Come on, man. Now, everyone's entitled to their opinion, and so is Hari Kondabolu. At the same time, we are also allowed to criticize stupid ideas when we come across it, and this idea is absolutely crazy. Okay, this is insane. And a little more about the accent. Yeah, when you're in the West and when you see certain people being made fun of because of their accent, you think that's a really bad thing, and I think that's a really bad thing too. Here's the thing. A little background information about the Indian accent. Now, if you're watching this video, you probably realize that I don't have a very strong accent associated with people from my part of the world. And the reason is this. In Southeast Asia, the school system is fragmented. You have certain schools which are English medium convent schools, as it is in India, and you have certain schools which are local schools in Hindi medium or whatever the language of that state is. In my country, we have English medium schools and Bengali medium schools, which is the language of my country. Some kids grow to these convent or English medium schools. They speak English from a very young age, and when they grow up, they don't have a strong accent. The kids who go to other schools generally have a stronger accent because they don't speak English from a very young age. And there's nothing wrong with that. Kids that do have a very strong accent are actually pretty smart. They go to, really good places. They do really good things. They usually end up in top educational institutes. So that accent does not hold them back in any way, and neither should it, okay? So the reason why I bring this up is because this is also a great fodder of comedy among Indian comedians. If you watch Indian comedians do their bits, they're also making fun of that accent. They're also joking about that accent. They're also switching from their normal accent to that accent to hit a punchline. It's a comedic thing, and people with that accent, they don't really get offended. And you know why? Because we have bigger things to worry about, okay? People from my part of the world, first of all, we don't find Apu offensive. We find Apu to be hilarious. We love it. And also, we have other things to worry about. Important things. Poverty, child marriages, getting our heads blown off by people who don't like us. All those things. So, listen, that's my issue. Now, if you find Apu offensive, that's your opinion. I personally find Apu to be a hilarious character, and I am really upset that someone would take a jab at comedy and try to ruin comedy. But if you find that character offensive, that is fine. What I want you to know is this. If you have a problem with that character, if you have a problem with The Simpsons specifically because of that character Apu, you have a problem because of yourself. You're not fighting for people who look like me. You're not doing something noble or anything like that. You're doing it for you. Alright guys, that's my thoughts on the issue. Leave in the comments below if I have totally missed the mark, totally blowing it out of proportions, or if you think Hari Kondabolu needs to find a better sense of humor. That's it, you guys. I'll see you guys next time.